Today's guest is a local golf hustler. Joining me now, it's Taylor Lakoduk. We're going to get into a lot of sports and working stuff that you have going on. First, really appreciate the time that you're taking out to do this. I know a lot of people are excited to hear, your situation. What's up, man?
Not a whole lot. I just want to thank you for having me, and I look forward to doing it with you.
All right, so let's first get into the teaching aspect of things. What made you want to be a teacher, and what's important to you when you educate people?
Yeah, so it really kind of started in high school for me. I was helping with the after-school program and just kind of helping kids with their homework. And my boss at the time said, teaching might be something I should go into. And I wasn't really thinking about doing that when I graduated high school. And now here I am 4 years into teaching, and it's something that I'm really glad that I chose to do, and I love doing it.
What made working at the Varden a fit for you, because you're right there at the Boys and Girls Ranch, you can sneak away and get better at golf?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I guess I just like the grass, and I like cutting it and making it look as nice as possible.
There's the headline, Taylor Lakoduk likes the grass. What all do they make you do there at the Varden, man?
I'll definitely, mow the greens. Some days I might cut the cups. There's a lot of different things, really. But I've been working there for a while, so, I guess it just kind of changes whatever day I'm there.
Any pressure to doing the job, considering how expensive it is to golf there?
No, there's no pressure or anything. I just try to make it look as nice as possible for the people golfing, and, just try to make it look nice.
All right, so when you get a chance to play, I'm sure that happens a lot there. You're teeing it up with, Todd Lee or, I don't know, anybody named Radke around there. Do you ease up on the bosses or what?
Well, my boss, Bruce, I've actually never played with him.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's played golf in a while. But if I were to play with him, I think I would definitely give him a few strokes. Same with Todd. I know he's a good player, but I might have to give him a stroke or two.
Oh, man, there we go. So Bruce is just into straight up cutting the lawns or what? He doesn't even like the sport?
Yep. He definitely loves his job. He is out there 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. He is out there all the time, so he's definitely in love with that job.
So are you guys, we'll get into another couple of local courses. I'm kind of curious right now, how late into the season does the Varden like to go? Because I know some courses around here can be fussy and they never want to look bad with the weather getting colder.
Yeah, for sure. I know that Wildwood was actually open, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago or something like that. But I think Varden shut down in October, late October. So, I mean, if the weather's nice, it would be fun to get out there in December, January, but if that's what they want to do and shut it down, I guess that's totally fine.
So, the big event that they're really proud of having there is the Western North Dakota Charity Pro-Am. So, what, do you have, championship pin locations for that compared to, the normal setup at the Varden, or what?
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's definitely some tricky spots that you can put the pins there. I know Bruce, he kind of has his locations that he kind of likes to keep secret from everybody throughout the year, but definitely Thursday through Sunday, he'll put them in some pretty tricky spots for those guys.
Yeah, now it's an event where first place gets $25,000, and then you can enjoy a great night over at Bootleggers. I've seen that for a fact happen. How do you fare in that tournament if you enter it? Are you going to win the whole thing or what?
I don't think there's really any chance I could win. I think that I would have to play 2 of the best rounds of my life to even make the cut, honestly. Those guys are so good. I don't think people understand how good they actually are. So, to be honest, I would have to play unbelievable to even have a chance to play on the weekend.
Is your best score at the Varden ever under or over 62?
Definitely over 62. I have never even been around 62. My best is 67, and I actually have that hung up on my wall.
Fantastic. Well, we'll have to get you at the putt district sometime. Then you can get an even lower score next time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And we got the great karaoke, too, going on. So when you're going and you finish you're 67 and you go into the clubhouse. What's like the best food that you get out there?
The best food, honestly, is probably the cookies. The cookies are my favorite. But I guess if you're going for like dinner, the burgers are really good. The fries are good. But the French dip with the au jus sauce is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh, the au jus?
Oh yeah, au jus, yeah.
There you
Definitely.
go.
Definitely would recommend that to anybody.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that you like the cookies, man. I mean, I know you're trying to maintain a good figure and whatnot, and I can see how that can give you trouble.
Yeah, no, for sure. Whenever I'm out on the course, I try to sneak over there to, like, Katie Ekman, she works over there, and I definitely try to maybe sneak 1 or 2 cookies from her.
So when like the cart girls come around, you don't ask for a drink, you ask for a cookie, or what? You need milk or what?
Yes, absolutely. I'm definitely trying to get 3 or 4 cookies, and if we had milk, if we had the 2% milk, I would definitely highly recommend that to the Varden.
I always thought you were a skim guy.
No, either 2% or 1%. I don't like that. That skim milk's not my favorite.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say are the perks of the job out there, man?
Perks of the job, for sure. I get to play golf whenever I want, hit the range whenever I want, and then just the people. I like the people out there. I've met a lot of friends out there, so it's just a really fun place to be at, really.
You must have been having an off day, because somehow on 4th of July weekend, a group featuring Ben Barr and Justin Lauf were able to catch you on the front nine at the Varden and set up a brand new group. So when that happens for you, how awesome is it when you get involved in a golf outing where you know you're so much better than everybody else you're playing with?
It's golf is, for me, it's, whoever I'm playing with, it's fun no matter what. I've played with 20 handicappers, not to name names or anything. I've played with +2 golfers, so whoever I'm playing with, it doesn't really matter. I'm just out there just trying to play the best I can, and it's always a fun time playing.
Do you find yourself playing up or down to the competition in your group, or when do you usually suck? It's a hard question. Yeah.
When I'm playing with, if I'm playing with someone like Teskey, I'll maybe try to ease up on him a little bit. But if I'm playing with like Cody Reynolds or Ryan Westby, someone like that, I'll maybe try to, I'll try to play my best. But I try to ease up on Teskey a little bit.
How did that last golf outing go against Taylor Teskey? You kind of closed out your season with some sour taste in your mouth, probably.
No, actually, I don't quite remember anything about that. I mean, he claims that he may have beat me, but I think he may have maybe done some erasing on the scorecard.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll have him back on the show.
He'll claim that he beat me, but I think that there is some fudging on the scorecard a little bit.
So you've helped out at Varden and Velva, and I haven't really seen you out at Wildwood, where I belong to this year. Do you feel like you're better than that course?
No, not at all. I mean, when I first started playing golf, my dad actually kind of got me started at Apple Grove. So it doesn't really matter where I'm playing. It's, to me, golf is the same wherever you're at. You're trying to get the lowest score possible. So whether it's Apple Grove or Wildwood or Varden, I mean, as long as I'm playing, I'm having fun.
Have you ever worn jeans when playing at Varden?
No, absolutely not. But, if someone wants to wear jeans to keep warm or whatever, that's their choice, and I have no problem with it.
It sounds like you might.
No, absolutely not. I don't. I know there's a sign that says no denim on the course, but I personally don't have an issue with it.
Oh, okay. So I see. So you don't wear denim there, you just stick with leather, or what?
I don't know about leather. I just try to keep it golf shorts and a polo and a belt. I try to keep it pretty basic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a leather guy, I don't think.
It sounds basic, buddy.
Yeah, I don't try to, wear pink shirts and pink shorts or anything like that. I just try to,
leave that to the pros.
I don't try to stand too much out there. I'm not like Ricky Fowler wearing a bunch of orange out there, or John Daly with my loudmouth pants. I just try to keep it pretty basic.
You just have a loud mouth, though.
Do I have a loud mouth?
Yeah. Maybe not
No.
the loudmouth
No.
pants, but I mean, just John Daly's just loud in general.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm definitely don't play that part if I'm playing in a group or anything like that. I kind of leave that more to like Garrett Weibel or Teskey. I know he likes to get pretty rowdy. I usually just keep to myself and don't really say too much unless I don't know, make a long putt or chip in or something like that.
Yeah, Taylor Lakoduk, he's like the sixth man of the Lakers starting five. He just couldn't crack the lineup because he's too serious about the game.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so who are you picking for your team to win a local foursome tournament around here?
If I had to pick any team, I don't know. I've had a lot of success with obviously Teskey. I've played in a lot of tournaments with him. He's definitely someone a lot of fun to play with. Ryan Westby, he's another really good player. Another one of my good friends. And, Nick Liebel. I'm not sure if you know who he is, but he is definitely one of the best players that I've played with. He's from Watford. He is one of the best golfers for sure.
That sounds like one of the names that Tiger Woods uses when he's trying to check into a hotel and doesn't want people to know that he's there.
Yeah, it's no, but Nick, he's a great player, and I don't know, I guess I've never seen Nick Liebel and Tiger Woods in the same room, so I guess I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So, are there any days where like you're having a really tough go out of the Varden, like boy, like this awesome pristine course just does not deserve to have this terrible golf be played at? I should be in Velva right now instead.
Yeah, if I'm not playing well and getting frustrated, golfing is pretty much the last thing that I want to do. I've definitely walked off the course a couple times from being so upset. When I was younger, and my dad can kind of attest to this, I was definitely the one to start throwing clubs and hitting my bag and whatnot. But I've kind of grown out of that a little bit now that I'm a little bit older. But like I said, if I'm not playing well, I really don't want to be golfing.
Did you play any school golf at all?
Yeah, I played. So I started out on the varsity team as an 8th grader for Velva, and then obviously played up to 12th grade. And then for Minot State, I played for like a semester or about a half a year.
Oh, okay, good. So, do you hold the course record at Velva or what? Like 52?
I don't even know if they have a course record. But I think I would give the nod to Taylor O'Shea on that one, really.
Oh.
We were playing around one time, and I remember he shot we were only playing 9 holes, and I think he shot 30. So if there was any sort of course record, I think that he would have it. But I also haven't really played there in a while, so I feel like if I went there, maybe I could take a crack at it. But
30's a little high, don't you think?
for Taylor?
Oh, yeah.
On par 36, I thought he played really, really well. He was knocking in everything and hitting everything close. And I mean, if I could shoot 30, I would be unreal happy.
That's all right, man. That's all right. I have high standards because I'm terrible at golf.
Oh, no, I got you.
Yeah, so I've played Velva a couple of times, and almost every time I get attacked or bitten by a snake out there. How have you been able to fend off all the snakes in the grass out there?
Yeah, so I would definitely, if you do hit your ball over the tree, I would definitely highly consider bringing a 5-iron with you into the trees or into the tall grass, because I know that they can be pretty vicious out there.
Unbelievable. I mean, have you ever had any problems? I mean, they probably understand where you're coming from, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I do hit my ball over there, and I know that's where they kind of like to roam, so I've definitely been over there a few times.
I figured they'd leave you alone. Like, you're like that, you speak parcel tongue, you're like that snake in the grass anyway, too, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they just like to, I don't know, either they stay away from me or, I don't know, I usually just send them over Teskey's way.
Oh, yeah, they see Taylor like, he's one of us guys. Let's leave him alone. Let's go get Taylor Teskey instead.
Yeah. I just send them their way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, do you feel like you're a better groundskeeper than Justin Lauf at Wildwood?
100% I am, and I don't think it's close. But I will give him basketball for sure. He definitely has me in basketball. He's on our sixth league team, and without him, we probably wouldn't win too many games.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're better than him because you take it too seriously?
Probably. I don't know how serious he takes it. I try to do the best I can. I try to make the course look as good as possible. So I would, yeah, for sure.
Why do you think you're so much better? Where is he lacking, and where are you so awesome at?
I don't know. I guess I'm just better at cutting in grass than he is. I don't know. I guess that's all I don't know. Just better at cutting grass, I guess.
Yeah, simply put. So, do you feel like you're better when you're playing for real, or now that it's in the wintertime and we're stuck at the strike simulators? How do you fare?
I would definitely say that I'm probably better on the simulator because if you do hit it over into like a bunker or something, you don't really have to play out of sand. You're just hitting off the mat. Same with hitting it in the rough. So I would definitely say that I have a little more success off of a simulator than out on the real course for sure.
What if like you're at the Varden and you're paying the cart staff very, very well, and you're giving them a busy day versus at the strike simulator you can order like pitchers? Does that change things at all?
No, not really.
Lucky
you know,
you.
like I said, as long as I'm golfing, whether it's at the course or at the strike, you know, it's always fun to, you know, have a couple drinks or whatever it might be. So, you know.
How well do you think, like, if they uploaded the Varden and Velva layouts, would you feel like it's the real thing if you're at the sim with it?
No, I think it would be pretty accurate. There's not really much there to the Varden. It's pretty flat. There's not a whole lot of trees, so I think that they would compare pretty similar.
Yeah, I feel like the same thing with Velva. I think you can probably point out like a couple different like course paths to do out there because it's so wide open, and guys like me need it. So I mean, I know you're way better, so that's okay. You were talking about loud fashion. You mentioned a couple of the pros, but you never mentioned like your all-time favorite golfer, which is really misguided. Why do you like Rory McIlroy so much?
It all really kind of started with my dad. He kind of pointed him out to me when he was pretty young. I remember him saying that he was going to be this really good player, so I just kind of kept following him, and he started to win some pretty big tournaments. And I'm actually a really big Nike guy, and when he signed with Nike, that's kind of when I really started to become a pretty big fan of him.
How sad were you when it didn't work out with him and Caroline Wozniacki?
I was actually really surprised about that. I remember seeing that they sent out wedding invitations, I think, and then like a week later, they actually called off their wedding. So I was actually pretty surprised to see that. But that week, he actually did win at the BMW PGA Championship. So, but yeah, I was a little surprised.
So you're fine with cheering for a golfer that breaks up with a tennis superstar over the phone?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was the best idea to break up with Caroline, but I don't think there's ever a good way to do it.
I mean, we're over the phone right now, Lack. I'm afraid about what you might say to me.
No, I have
if
nothing.
You idolize a guy like that.
I got nothing. I definitely wouldn't be breaking up with you, Ben. But I have nothing but good things to say about you.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. So, more rough stuff here. How was Rory at the Masters this year, man?
Yeah, he kind of played himself out of the tournament in the first round, but I think this is 5 straight years he's finished in the top 10. So, you know, I don't think anybody was going to beat Dustin Johnson that week. But it is coming up here pretty shortly, so I do like his chances there. But I'm pretty sure, you know, DJ is going to play well, and hopefully Tiger can make his run up there again. So.
Yeah, it was rough having to like wait so long for it, but now it's going to be cool to not have that wait into the spring. And 3 out of the next 6 majors I heard are the Masters, believe it or not. So,
there's not a lot of golf fans are looking to that.
I know I'm just trying to give grief to Rory McIlroy because I don't love him like you do. but I don't think anybody will ever be as bad as when Ernie Els had like that 7-putt on day one and just like wrote off his entire tournament. So like,
yeah,
there's been
I remember that was
yeah.
on.
There's been like a lot of narratives about guys being terrible at the Masters, but I think that one now like takes the cake. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think a lot of amateurs felt pretty good about themselves when they saw that.
Yeah. I mean, I felt good about myself.
No, for sure. I think any amateur probably would.
Mm-hmm. Would you be surprised at how Rory is very short, perhaps? Like he's an Irish leprechaun?
Yeah, I've actually seen Rory in real person.
Yeah.
Went to the Ryder Cup in 2012, and when I got there, I was like, okay, the first thing I got to see is Rory. So we ended up trying to find him, and I finally got a chance to see him, and I honestly don't think he's a shade over 5 foot, maybe 7, 5'8". Mm-hmm. He is very, very short, and I think PGA.com lists him at like 5'10", 5'11", and there's no way he's around that.
So he's like Jake Stack's size?
Oh, I would say so, yeah. I would say probably around Jake Stack's size, yeah.
I wonder how he's able to be a confident golfer despite being so small.
Well, it really helps when you hit it 340 and win majors, so I would definitely have a lot of confidence in myself if I was able to do those things.
Yeah, you got to stand by your guy, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%.
So, end of the fall season, I came across the Minot cross country team previewing the state, and I got to see somebody that is probably better at sports than you are. I wanted to get your take. You versus Delaney Huss in most athletic contests. Who comes out on top?
I would say she's actually a pretty good athlete. She is definitely a much better runner than I am. We'll sometimes go for walk/runs/ I watch her run type things. But when it comes to golf, basketball, things like that, I think I definitely got her in those things.
Yeah. They always compete all the time on golf courses for cross country. You ever think while you're playing, like, boy, it would suck to have to run around all this place?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Especially at Souris with some of those hills. I have a hard time walking up them, so I can't imagine running up them.
Yeah, that heart attack hill or whatever.
Oh, yeah, on 14. Yeah, you will not catch me running up that hill anytime soon.
We had state actually not too long ago at Souris, so those poor darn kids.
Yeah.
And forgetting about that, like, what about Minot Country Club? I can't believe they even have junior tournaments there when they can't drive.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's no way I would ever want to run at Souris or any other golf course ever.
Yeah. How often do you walk versus drive?
I would say I probably walk maybe once or twice a week. I mean, I try to, but it's really hard when I see the golf cart right there and I'm feeling kind of lazy. So I would definitely say driving more over walking, but I probably should start walking a little bit more.
I had one more question in relation to Delaney here. I kind of did some research on, your history as well. Has your experience with Target led you to having more self-control at that place than she might have? Because you always hear, like, boy, I went there for a tube of toothpaste and I just spent $80 on all this other crap.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So for me, being that I've worked there, when I go there to shop, it's in and out, like 5-10 minutes max. But when her and I go together, we're looking at the shoes, we're looking at the clothes, we're looking at house decor. It's point A to point Y to point Z to point D. It can get kind of long at times, but yes, but I love it.
Well, you just got to go over to the food court for a little bit. Go to like the Me Mexico cantina they have out there for like a round or two. That'd be all right.
There's definitely been times where I've snuck over to grab a Pizza Hut pizza while she's trying on juice.
Speaking of the value stores here, what is your go-to cheap golf equipment to use? And then on the other side, what do you have to spend a bunch of money on to have some good quality here in the bag?
Cheap golf equipment, I would say I'm really bad with tees. I don't think I've ever bought golf tees before, maybe in like the last 2 years. I'm usually the guy that's just asking people to borrow a tee. And then for expensive equipment, I'm really bad with shoes. I think I buy a new pair of Nike shoes every year. Those are probably my two things there.
Is it because of Rory?
I won't come out and say that, but I'll let you kind of put two and two together on that one.
I won't say it, but I love Rory so much. My name's Taylor Lakoduk.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yep.
On that.
Yeah, I kind of share your same sentiment with like the tees, because like the only time I can ever hit a good tee shot is when it's like almost on the ground anyway. So I just like take the busted tees anyway, or like I'll have some scandalous looking tees from Las Vegas that I got and use those. So that's kind of where I'm at on it, or like a 50-pack of old refurbished golf balls, because it's always fun to see like everybody else's lost ball and like the random businesses from across the country that you now have in your golf bag out of nowhere.
Yeah, for sure. No, I definitely agree.
All right, so you mentioned that shoes are a big thing for you, but across the board, when you're around this course and you see other golfers coming into the shop, what do you think is the snobbiest golf equipment that someone could possibly have, and why do you have it?
The snobbiest equipment, I would say, probably when someone buys the new TaylorMade driver or Callaway driver or whatever it might be, but I buy a new driver like one every 2 years, so I guess I don't really have much room to say much.
Do you have iron covers?
No, I do not.
Okay. Thanks for not having iron covers, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's probably a good idea to have them to help kind of protect your clubs, but that's not something that I own.
Yeah, because that's just too much. If the pros don't have it, for God's sake.
Yeah, then no amateur should, right?
It's like, don't be too careful, for crying out loud.
Right.
Yeah, so if you had a bucket list course or golf experience that you would love to have, what would it be?
So a lot of people would probably say Augusta, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all, but I would actually pick St. Andrews. I don't know what it is about St. Andrews. I just love links golf, and I love, it's a little bit different than any tree line course that we have here. So I would probably say St. Andrews.
You like the Scottish music too?
I would probably get behind it if I heard it a couple times.
Oh yeah. Just go out clubbing somewhere with it. That'd be great. Yeah, I think that's underrated too. I mean, but you have the wind experience out here in North Dakota, though. That's the thing. You don't have to go halfway across the world for that. Yeah,
exactly, 100%. Yeah, we're definitely used to playing in the wind here, so I think I would have that down. I would think, or at least I hope I would.
Want to get you out on this, Taylor. This has been a lot of fun just catching up with you here and just talking golf, man. I'll let you have the floor. Tell me every local player that comes to mind, rapid fire, that you're easily beating.
Any player?
Yep.
Taylor Teskey, Braxton Heupel, Garrett Weibel, Ryan Westby, Taylor O'Shea, Ben Barr, Aaron Casper, Jake Stack.
Everybody at the Ball Washer Classic.
Yes, 100%. I like my chances, but I guess you never know.
Oh, man. Well, we got to keep the smug Taylor Lakoduk persona going, So I really appreciate you just playing along to it and liking Rory and all this good stuff. And just, hey, man, keep doing you and just continue to be a villain, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.